Yo, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, we starting off right in the middle of a game today. I tried to start recording, but I was getting distracted, and I want the video to be kind of coherent. And I haven't really been doing gyms and gaming for a little bit, and honestly, that's simply because of what the topic is today. Like, perfection is killing you, bro. You know, being a perfectionist, it's not helping anyone, if I'm being honest, because it's no such thing. Like even for me making this video, I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and start over. I probably left out some valuable gems that would have been beneficial for you to hear, but I was so in my head when I was just recording that I was just like, oh, let me go ahead and start over. But that's the whole point of what we're talking about. Perfection is the enemy of good. Who said you can't use gaming to encourage people? Who said you can't use gaming to teach people the ways? Not me. Welcome to the new episode of Gems and Gaming. Get ready as we log in to share some life wisdom and put you on game. Let's get it. You think that you can't do something or say something or promote something until it's flawless or until it's perfect. But what does that even mean, though? I started a business in 2022. And when I started the business, I thought, okay, now I'm living that entrepreneur life. Life is about to be great. Nothing can stop me now. I went from, I ain't gonna say the big man in corporate, but I was making a decent amount of money in corporate. Now I'm being an entrepreneur. Now I'm about to make even more. I'm about to be on stage here, on stage there. This is my thought process. Okay, this is what I'm thinking when I start my own business. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. The stuff that I thought was beneficial, or the stuff that I thought was going to be my lifestyle, when I didn't meet those things or have those things, I started to get really, really bummed out. I started to get really deflated because I thought that it was going to look a certain type of way. And then when it didn't look that way, uh, I started to shoot myself in the foot because I started to dial it back, or I tried to switch up completely. I tried to make it look perfect. A lot of people probably deal with this when it comes to your culture that you're from. You gotta fit the mold of your culture. If you don't, then your people are automatically gonna turn their back on you. Like, oh, you're not black enough. You're not Indian enough. You're not Asian enough. You're not white enough. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what every culture goes through, but it takes one to know. And all I'm saying is I understand. And when that is the case, you're trying to live up to an expectation that you honestly cannot sustain. Because every human being is different. There's no cookie cutter approach that's going to make you happy. You know what I mean? Like, every single individual is different. I remember when I first started streaming and first started to talk about games, it was hard for me. I'm not going to lie, because, I grew up in church. I'm not going to say a lot of the things that I learned was, don't play games. But for the most part, you had to be very, very, you had to look a certain type of way. I'll say it like that, to be a church goer, or to even talk about God. You have to look a certain type of way, say certain type of things, speak a certain type of way. And it's like, I couldn't live that way, bro. Like, I tried it. I tried it. It wasn't working. It didn't work. It doesn't work. At least not for me. Some people are probably really, really happy trying to live a certain type of way. But I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. If if you're being taught that God only loves you if you behave a certain type of way, then why would He make so many of us? I mean, just a few would. The first two would do. The first one would do. There would be no need because He's saying, however, you know, as long as you meet these qualifications, then you're perfect. Then there's no need for me to have so many different people that I can use and speak to and use to inspire other people. You know, that's the beauty of. I mean, I think that's the beauty of just being your own person, of just being unique. There's no such thing as perfect. You know, it's just ridiculous expectations. If I'm being honest with you, like think about if you dating. If you dating, we're just gonna use a guy trying to date a girl example, right? Let's say, you know, you dating, you looking for the perfect girl. You want her to look a certain type of way, act a certain type of way, say a certain type of, speak a certain type of way, say the right kind of things, show up a certain type of way, and then you got this expectation in your head of the perfect girl, right? For real, that doesn't work because now she has to behave a certain type of way every single moment in order for you to say you're worthy or you're perfect, you're the ideal woman, because you have this concept in your head that you made up. Anytime someone steps out of that, or anytime she steps out of that, now you judging her for not living up to your expectations. And we do this to each other all the time. We do this to ourselves a lot. Let's just be real. Like I said, I haven't been doing gyms and gaming that much because I was worried about the content, or I was worried about how I look, or I was worried about. I'm a business owner and I'm a career coach. I help other people in their careers, but I don't want to see them. I don't want them to see me gaming and think I'm a certain type of way, bro. Who cares, bro? Who cares, bro? People are already gonna have a perspective, and you can't change other people's way of living, opinion about you. You can't change the way people think. You can only introduce them to something new, and it's really up to them to make the change or make the difference. You know, I was just doing this Water Wednesday content where I was talking about you can't change what grows from a seed. You can only change what you water. And that's like a very real statement. You know, you believe that, let's just use a modern example, right? You believe like, oh man, they say she a hoe, they say she this. I'm a changer, bro. I'm a changer. All right, you go ahead and try, right? And when it ends up not working, you end up blaming yourself because you thought you were the answer to a problem that wasn't trying to be solved. You know, and now you beating yourself up, or you blaming yourself, or you blaming the next girl or the next woman. Y'all, my center is so slow. Just forgive me. And you got, you know, expectations of women in your head because, you know, you looking for something that just doesn't exist, if I'm being honest with you. You know, and it may exist, don't get me wrong. You may see someone like that, this ideal person in your dreams. But consistency is way better than this false reality you're trying to create. You know, consistency looks like the same woman for 25 years. You know, consistency looks like you call somebody and they'll always pick up the phone. You know, if they see your call and they're available, but they always pick up the phone and they'll always be there. Like that's consistency, you know. And it's way harder. It's way doper to be consistent than it is to be perfect. Let's say you do find something perfect. Perfection doesn't last. I'll just say it like that. Like it might be perfect for the moment, but it won't always be perfect. You know, because you made it up. You made up this idea of perfection. If you got content, if you are a writer, if you have something that you want to put out into the world, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just do it. Just start. Hit up your friend, hit up your fam, brother, sister, hit somebody up and be like, hey man, I just want you to look at this thing that I wrote. And they'd be like, all right, good. Man, what? I was about to say, bro, come on here. And just like, the reason is you kind of want an accountability buddy is because when someone else sees your work, it kind of pushes the pressure on you to just make it better or to finish it. The reason I kind of like posting on here, it kind of keeps me accountable. You know, my mom watches all of my content on pretty much anything that I put out. And she said, hey, you know, how's your videos going with gyms and gaming? And of course I'm embarrassed because I haven't been doing it, but that's kind of good though, like that I have somebody in my corner that's saying, hey, are you still going to put out your content? Are you still going to do what you said you were going to do? Like, that's dope to me, honestly. That's really, really dope to me. I really appreciate it. And I realize that, you know, some people don't have some people don't have that, but a lot of the times you just not utilizing the resources that's around you. Like, are you calling all of your friends? Are you making sure that they're supporting you 100%? You know, a lot of people blame their friends or blame their circle for not supporting their business or not liking their content or liking their posts. Have you picked up the phone and said, hey, friend, brother, sister, mother, can you like this post? And if they say no, did you ask them why? Like, did you get feedback? Like, a lot of us are afraid of receiving feedback. We're afraid of criticism because we believe that for some reason it impacts us somehow, but it really doesn't. It really, like, if someone says they don't like what you do or don't like your content, so here's my issue with 2K. You know, I'm trying to play as normal as possible. I don't spend VC or anything like that. Richards, the center, is my man. The center is going around, most likely trying to cut to the basket. I am going on the opposite side to stop anything that's happening in the paint. Why is Austin Reeves, who is guarding Devin Booker, running to Richards, leaving Devin Booker wide open? And he's still chasing her. He's boxing out the center, who he fails actually to box him out. You know, if I didn't stop it at this moment, Richards would have got in front of him. I would have been the rebounding help. He probably would have hit this shot regardless of if Austin was there or not. But why 2K? This is why I'm not buying 26 until like it's on sale for like $20. And this is why I don't spend money on VC, because I'm trying to play basketball. I'm not trying to live a fake life and pretend that I'm actually a 7-2 center. I just want to play very good basketball. That's all. I digress. I understand that, you know, a lot of us live by this standard that other people set for us, and I know it's normal. I'm a career coach. Like, I see it all the time. So I understand, you know, that this is real life. People are really impacted by what other people think about you or think about them. Where it took me years to get here, where I had to actually quit my job, start my business, perfect it to the point where, you know, I can talk about it and ask people to pay for my products and It took a long time to get here, a long time, and it was basically like I had to basically like shed everything that I knew prior to starting my business. I had to shed out of this old skin to get into a better version of myself, a more comfortable version of myself, just talking and being and sharing more truth. Posting content helps, sure, but like comments on YouTube, bro, I don't even know if they're real now at this point. Like AI is so prevalent, like to the point where I don't even care that much if I see a positive or negative comment. I do like positive comments, who doesn't? But I'm not like basing my life, I guess, off of those views, I say. Oh my gosh, bro. Man, what the heck? I mean, that's fair. Like I said, I don't pay for VC, so that's probably realistic. 9 out of 10 that would happen, but I know it's some people on the internet. Their character is like Why, bro? What? So we just went on our soapbox about this. Okay, first off, no way that Devin Booker is making a bullet pass perfectly across from. No, that's not happening. 9 out of 10, he's paying attention to Dorian Finney-Smith, who I would assume the only reason he moved over here would to be to double team Devin Booker. That way you have the defense blocking this side of the court. But because I sag off a little bit, I suck in, meaning like my character is what's going on? It's kind of pulled over away from like on the opposite side of Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't know why they have this, so like we don't bump. But anyway, that's a part of 2K's mechanics. He is reading this as switch, and I'm not sure where he's switching to. I'm not sure exactly what his thought process is. Look, he's about to try to box out Plumlee. Not even looking at Plumlee. He knows exactly where he is, boxing him out. Okay? That's my job as the center. I'm looking at Devin Booker throw a bullet pass. Bro, what? That's not happening, bro. I mean, it happens, and when it does happen, we're like, oh my God, Jokic, you're the best player ever. You've never seen Devin Booker do that. No offense to Devin Booker in real life. I'm sure you could, but realistically, that's not happening. He's probably looking for the man that's coming up on the double team so that he can look to score. Like, but it's okay. Anyway. I don't even look. I got so thrown off by that bullet pass and then my teammates just not knowing who to guard or how to guard. But basically, don't let perfection ruin your art. Like, it's not healthy for you. It's not helpful for people because now they can't see your art. And the world deserves to see your art because if you want to share, honestly, they deserve to see it because inspiration is infectious. All right, that's my fault. Okay, I deserve that one. Inspiration is infectious. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it works. You never know who you're inspiring. Something that you believe is like goofy or silly is really, really probably the thing that's helping people. That's probably going to take you to the next level. Like, what is this offense, bro? I mean, I kind of interrupted the offense, but just the fact that, you got the best players. We're the number one team in the Western Conference. You got LeBron and Luka, and we can't seem to run our play. It's the playoffs. This is probably why JJ Redick was cussing the team out in real life. But it's a video game, bro. They got to be able to run offenses just a little bit better, even on defense. But let me stop complaining about that. That's not the purpose of this game of this video to complain about how not perfect the game is. But we see how they don't care that their game is not perfect, yet it sells millions, if not billions, every year, and they just put out the same game. Honestly, that's why I'm not. That's why it's hard for me to justify paying for VC because the exact same. I mean, they're playing for the exact same game. They're doing the exact same thing. For the most part, it's easier to just have a guard or have a 7 foot center that can just shoot threes. I mean, just shoot 100 threes a game. Like, that's pretty much what the game has evolved down into. I mean, it's cool because you can make a player that's unrealistic, but sometimes I want to play a realistic simulation of a basketball game, and I think that's okay. Like, oh, okay. That was my fault for being like just a little aggressive trying to call for the ball, but even the way certain steals kind of happen is like kind of ridiculous. All right, I'm selling this game, but that's okay. Kevin Durant's not even in the game. Good shot. Clearly, I don't. Clearly, I just want to play an actual basketball game because I played 2K where I've averaged like 30, 40, 50 points. Fairly normal. Oh, that's my fault. I looked away at like 2 seconds. They're gonna call following me? Oh, I was about to say. Listen, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, Kingcayne, you sold, you're selling, you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. A lot of this is my fault, if I'm being honest. So let's just play it the right way. I was focused. I was starting to look at my stats a little bit. Started to see there it is. Look, that's where our perfectionist killing you. I started to be like, oh, let me see what would people on the internet say about my gameplay, bro. It's not that important. What people on the internet will say about my gameplay. It is a little aggravating though that you're just trying to. Why? What? Why is our defense so doo-doo, bro? It's like it's a very simple question. Look at our offense. Just look at our offense real quick. Wide open. Brick. All right. They call foul on me? How many fouls do I have? Let's say fifth foul. Oh my goodness. Listen, I hope this is entertaining for y'all, so y'all can roast me on my gameplay and my stats. Which is fair. Listen, that'll make it fun. But realistically, bro, this is ridiculous. This man's going through screens easy. Not saying that my character should be going. Just like, use the pick. What are we doing? Good shot. Look, I set that up. We ain't worried about perfect plays, man. We just go ahead and making sure that we just trying it. We just starting, because the best way to start is to start. But actually, it's 3 minutes left, 42 seconds. Let's just have some good gameplay. And look, listen, I'm old, y'all. We gonna actually put our glasses on so we can focus a little bit. Just so y'all know, this is like Piccolo when he's fighting, but he got his weighted key on, and he take his weighted key off. Yeah, we actually about to try real quick. Man, my character's so slow, bro. I made him this way. Sure, I was trying to make like a defensive focused player, but sometimes, sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to start over. I kind of want to start over. What was I supposed to like? We should just run the same play over and over and over again. First off, just the fact that LeBron was on Devin Booker and I was on the small forward, that's the type of stuff I don't understand that happens. It's like, yeah, they're scrambling or, they're making sure that they're taking advantage of the scramble. But how does that happen? Good D. No way. My character's dead tired. You're watching this judging me. You're probably right. A lot of this is my fault. Good shot. Man, bro, my team is selling. This is why people play guards all the time. 3 seconds? 3 seconds? This is crazy. What? We got LeBron and Luka on the. All right, 2K, 2K. Why, bro? I feel like sometimes too is also about the name is not necessarily like actually good basketball. Of course, these characters are. I mean, these players are based off of, how talented they are. But that's what I mean. Like, how is this fun, bro? You're probably wondering. You're probably saying, you had the ability to impact a lot of this. Sure, sure. I can't also be Luka Doncic and throw a pass directly into. Like, look at this offense. Is this 1-4 flat? What are we doing? Good shot. We just need one defensive stop. It's 1-4 flat in a playoff game and you're down by 3. It doesn't really make any sense, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I wasn't getting close on that. That wasn't about to happen. What? Why? Why? I don't understand. Okay. Go for 2 real quick. Get a foul. That's fair. And you're probably like, man, you have a what? Like, this is the best player on the Los Angeles Lakers. Missed the free throw. Threw a turnover. Missed the, like, shot a terrible shot at the first game of the playoffs. Here. We about to just put things in our own hands, really. We about to trust. No. Why did he shoot, bro? I'm smashing the pass it back button. All right. This is on me, and I'm actually okay with this loss because it's perfectly on theme with the video. And yeah, you're probably saying, man, you kind of sold that. 6 points, 19 rebounds, 1 assist. I did sell this. That is 100% fair. But that's okay. That's the point. Perfection is the enemy of good, man. The whole message is this. Don't worry about how you look. Post the content, make the video, write the book, do what you gotta do. Don't be your worst enemy, man. Well, this is an L, so I obviously have to play the next game and get a W. So I'm gonna have to focus a little bit. I sold, but that's all right. Listen, man, y'all take it easy and God bless.